Well, hey guys, welcome to Angler News. It is Vanessa Green, it is Ray Thompson, and it's proudly brought to you by the Kingfisher CMH Photon, our beautiful ride Ray,
100%.
GPS Plastics, our friend Kevin, and of course our friend Vino. Right, there's Vin. So, Ray, it was awful this week.
Absolutely terrible. I know you went down the south coast, you didn't catch a fish.
Well, I hooked onto a fish. But you know what? I was testing that new Daiwa tournament,
Yes.
and it is one of the most phenomenal rods that took you to other levels over there, right?
Yeah.
But I didn't catch a fish.
Yeah, it happens. Unfortunately, that sea was
But
terrible.
I wasn't the only one that didn't catch a fish, because there were a lot of people that didn't catch fish this
So you
weekend.
reckon I was the only guy catching anything, eh?
Well, you were in the right spot. You were protected from those wild waves, that heavy current. Now you were telling me it's the aftermath of that cyclone.
That cyclone, yes.
Oh,
That's
right.
not what I was talking about when I said I caught something. I caught that eagle-eye.
Yeah, you got the eagle eye the last one, yeah. And that was in the harbour of all places.
Yeah, I know, but what can you say?
So this week the reports, guys, it has been challenging. I
yeah.
hate being negative. I hate not giving out good news, but unfortunately,
Yeah.
sometimes it is what it is, and you got to be honest with the reports, right?
But definitely, I mean, there's no use talking about things that aren't happening.
Yeah, so nothing much really happened. Look, Adam said there was an odd shad that came out, and one or two photos he sent me, those things were huge. I'm talking like mutated shad, right? But apart from that, the odd non-ed, right? I mean, I had a bait out in the water over 2 days, maybe about 4 hours of fishing. Obviously, maybe 2 hours on the Saturday, 2 hours on the Sunday, and I literally only had one pickup. And that was while it was on the rod stand, while getting my other rod ready, because nothing was happening. I'm like holding this
Murphy's
thing
Law.
for 45 minutes, nothing's happening. Okay, let me put this down, go throw something else.
It's Murphy's
And
Law,
then
bro.
I look at this, the rod is going. Yeah. Then you stand there for like another hour, like yeah. Anyway, so South Coast, the purple patch seemed to have not been so purple anymore.
it's
That
quietened
slowed down.
Yeah.
You reported from Scotties all the way down to Toti.
No, very quiet. But there were places that you could go and scratch and catch little fish, not big
Yeah,
fish.
those rock pools.
Those rock pools, and protected points and that.
Yes.
Depending on which way the wind was blowing. But the water's been extremely warm for the last month and a bit, actually, to be quite honest.
Well, hello summer, yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
hello summer. My gosh, it's been hot. Anyway.
Yeah, so well in Durban, Mike V said as well, you know, there was an odd fish coming out, the odd 1 or 2 non-eds. It was probably the odd 1 or 2 non-eds that you
we
and Gianna
caught.
got. Right, so you fished the basin, how
That's
was
correct.
it?
No, it was, the sea was nice. The sea wasn't nice. The sea was protected there
Yeah.
from that howling northeasterly that we had in that big sea. I mean, the waves were breaking out on limestone and the guys were surfing limestone. That's how
Yikes.
big the sea was. But the protected basin area, and it was low tide as well, it was calm. It was the only place that was really worth fishing, and we got a couple of grey sharks and one little diamond that she caught.
Yeah. Yeah, oh, that was. Oh, talk about juvenile, but hey, you know what? She got a fish,
Hey, she
which
got
is more than
than
what I got.
Yeah,
So a fish is a fish.
Yeah, and there were lots of mullet there as well, which brings me to the next thing. I think we need to go and do a mullet charge sometime soon. Go and catch those little mullet. Well, they weren't little; they were quite big. I actually think they were bigger than a diamond.
Okay. All right. Before we get to where we're gonna go and fish, have you heard anything off the North Coast?
North Coast, very, very quiet, except for Mapaline has been producing some fish. Obviously, again, it's a protected bay.
Yeah.
St. Lucia, inside that bay, they got a couple of edible fish, some stumpy, some pompano.
Right.
Other than that, it's really quiet. Rockfish only up that side.
Yeah, so this past week, guys, it has been very challenging on the rock and surf side, purely because of the waves. The offshore side has been fiery.
No, definitely. I just saw Brad come into our shop a little while ago, and they got some dorado and got some bottoms and that.
Exactly. The tuna is on the bite, the odd kuta is on the bite. When I say odd, though, it's big kuta, although it's odd. There has been some good bottom fishing he reported on as well. He said, so he was talking about, I think, the back and the daggers. So, offshore is good. Freshwater side.
Oh, besides bass.
Bass finally woke up, right?
Yeah.
So Midmar Albert Falls. So Bass is alive.
Yes.
In fact, the cover on my podcast is my friend Alan with that 4.4 kilo.
What?
Yeah. So the Bass is alive. Trout obviously expected.
Quiet. Yeah,
very quiet.
Yeah.
However, yellowfish,
Yes.
Sterkies,
on fire.
and that's the only place where the carp is coming out.
And a couple of those other rivers, the Umko and that, they had quite a few little scalies, Natal scalies.
Yes, I heard the scalies has been alive as
so
well.
they're there.
Yeah.
Just unfortunately, our carp fishing has not picked up like it should have. But,
Yeah, I expected
Yeah.
it to have been.
But I know
it
why
is
there's
what
so
it
much bass coming out. There's more people fishing for it.
is. Exactly.
The sea's been terrible,
with
so
the
there's
sea
more
being the
guys.
way it is.
Yes.
Now, with this week, right? I mean, we know we've got that cyclone, we got that tropical storm that's coming
Coming
to meet.
together.
We got 3 days of
yeah.
northeasterly with the west coming through. So, yeah, it's going to be one hectic weekend. And apparently, it's all inshore swells of
Yes.
about 2.2 meters.
Yes,
So,
it's terrible swells.
even if you got like a 4 or 5 ounce sinker,
Still gonna move.
it's not going to move. You're not going to get that to hold. You're going to have to find somewhere protected. You're going to have to find somewhere where the sea is not going to be good this weekend.
Yes.
So, fish the harbor. There has been some fish in the harbor.
Definitely
Yeah.
fish or go bass fishing.
Or go bass fishing.
Freshwater.
Yes, absolutely. There's no big waves
There's
there.
always something to do. Yes, and the weather isn't that bad.
Yeah.
It's actually nice weather, but the sea is
sea is off.
yeah, terrible. Blah.
All right, so we are gonna go small fishing, and or freshwater fishing. Let us know where you're going. Let us know in the comment section. And guys, we will be back next week, hopefully with some better weather to predict on.
Yes, I hope so too.
It's gonna have to be about time. So until the next one, this is Vanessa Green. It's Ray Thompson. It's Angling News SA. It's proudly brought to you by the Kingfisher, CMH Photon, GPS Plastics, and our friend.
Vino, who's down this week fishing. Where's he gone? He's gone to Nyoganyan, he said.
Yeah, Boyans or
Boyan and that. Yeah, he's fishing that whole area down there.
All right.
Oh, look at that lovely sea. You got color here.
Oh, we're at the
We got
basin,
colour,
guys,
yeah.
and it is looking good. All right, cool. Next week.
Done.